Yes, I've watched the Netflix receiver documentary. Well, if I'm being completely honest with you, I just skipped to the Davante Adams parts because I don't care about anybody else. Not to say that I don't think Amon-Ra St. Brown's a good guy. I just don't care. I took in every piece of behind-the-scenes content for the Raiders in 2023. Davante Adams mic'd up the whole time, mic'd up for the absolute blow-up that he had against the Detroit Lions, mic'd up for him getting hospital balls thrown at him by Jimmy Garoppolo, things being said about Aiden, about the offense, about AP, about Josh McDaniels, all things that I see Raiders fans being a little bit concerned about. People saying they don't like the way he's acting. He's acting too much like a diva. They don't like him saying, I need to get out of here, talking to Aaron Rodgers, blah, blah, blah. Look. There's a lot to discuss here, but I just want to say this right off the bat, right in the beginning of this video. Davante Adams is right in every single instance he opens his mouth in this Netflix documentary. There is a clip going viral of him saying, I need to get the hell out of here. I've never gotten hit this much. I'm fearful for my life. Obviously, human psychology would say, in the moment where you continuously get hospital balls thrown to you by Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's what I've been saying. I've been coining the phrase hospital ball since he was doing it to Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel in San Francisco. And real quick, if you're new to the channel, if you've been watching me a lot but you haven't subscribed yet, the last video I just posted got me like 60 subscribers right now, and it's only climbing. Let's get more than that. Let's get this video to 100 subs because we want to hit 10K before the new league year, and the performance of my last video has got me back on track. We're so close to 8. We want to get to 10 before September, before week 1, Chargers at Raiders, because it's going to be a home game. Hit that sub button. Let's get to 10K. He gets his wide receivers decapitated on the reg. And I've said that so many times that friends of mine would send me the words hospital ball when Jimmy Garoppolo would get a receiver killed. And there is a human nature to saying, I need to get the hell out of here to survive. He wasn't saying, I hate playing for the Raiders. He was making sort of light, a little joke about a situation that was unfortunate because Jimmy Garoppolo was putting Davante Adams in a position to get his head taken off. Every time they asked Davante Adams how he was feeling during the season, and he was complaining even times when we won games against the Patriots and the Packers, he was right to say, it doesn't matter if we win these games. It doesn't look right. And I can tell you right now, during the Packers game, this is something I've never done in the history of watching Raider games. I went on my computer during the Packers' final drive and started editing a different video because I was like, I don't even care if we win this game, because it doesn't feel like we're going to be able to compete with anybody at any level. Doesn't matter how good or bad this outcome of this game is. And we won the game, and I was happy, and I didn't expect the defense to get a stop there. I didn't yet know that Jordan Love was actually really good and the defense was actually really bad, so that game left such a bad taste in my mouth. But Davante was right to say, it doesn't matter if we're winning games like this because it doesn't feel right. And then we play the Bears and lose to a quarterback whose name I literally can't even remember. And then we play the Lions on Monday Night Football, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And Davante went to AP, and AP said, I'm going to go with Aiden, and Davante signed off on that. And look, there is a part of me that would love to hear Davante say, I don't care if I don't catch any balls as long as we win every game. And he said as much. Look, when we're winning games against the Jets and we're winning games against the Giants, it may not be like I'm dominating the games, but it feels different. If we beat the Giants 30-7 or whatever the final score was, and I'm not catching any balls, all right, I'm cool with that. I'd love for him to say, and if that happens every single game, I'm cool with that. The reason he doesn't say that is because logically, if Davante's not getting the ball, that isn't the best version of our offense. There are a handful of people that play a sport professionally on planet Earth that can genuinely say, I am the best option. I am the reason our offense is as good as it is. And Davante Adams is position A, number 1, best receiver in the league. So when he says, look, if we're winning 30-0 and I'm not catching any balls, I'm cool with that. But I think the best way to win is to get me the football. He's right. So for people saying they're kind of getting rubbed the wrong way by him conducting himself a certain way, he's not used to losing at the rate we lose. He went from a Packers squad to a squad that he thought was going to be led by his best friend and good quarterback in Derek Carr. The rug was ripped out from under him. They got rid of Derek Carr. They replaced him with Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh McDaniels, who had no idea what he was doing. And Aiden O'Connell, and this is a quote from Davante Adams in the receiver doc, he said, I signed off on that to switch to Aiden O'Connell, and that's part of what kept me a Raider, the quarterback position. Aiden starting was part of the reason he was able to stick it out as a Raider. And I've also seen people get a little bit upset at the conversation he's had with Aaron Rodgers in the doc, where he's like, look, I had this great conversation with you. I really needed that. And Aaron's like, hey, maybe one day we'll play again. He's like, shoot, maybe we'll see. We'll see. And people are like, whoa, Davante, you shouldn't be saying that. I'm here to tell you right now, if I was on the Utah Jazz and my best friend was on the Boston Celtics, and I used to play for the Celtics, and then I played for the Jazz, and he was like, hey, man, we got to get you back here. We'd love to have you back. But I was a Jazz player, and I rooted for the Jazz when I was younger. I would say, look, I'm good where I am, but look, one day maybe I'd like to play with you again. There's nothing wrong with saying that. That doesn't mean he's any less loyal to the Las Vegas Raiders. If anything, it shows you how loyal he is to the guys that he's played with. And he is starting to build that same relationship with AP and Jacoby Myers and Aaron Rodgers. The same relationship he's had with him, he's now developing with Aiden O'Connell. And there was also a key moment in the documentary where Antonio Pierce said, this was the moment I realized Davante is that dude. I mess with him. He's my guy. It is in that Denver Bronco game where Antonio Pierce is like, it's an interim head coach, probably going to get fired, and this game means absolutely nothing. And Davante went out there and balled out. And he didn't have to do that for AP. And it was in that moment that AP realized, oh, he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. Because I could see how Davante might come off to some people, a certain smugness about him, a certain arrogance or whatever. But then he goes out there and performs at a high level, and we win games in which he goes off. And he was probably frustrated that they got rid of Derek because he had such a great year with Derek, and he knew that the reason we were losing those games wasn't because of Derek. It's because our defense was terrible, and if we still had Derek, this is all from the perspective of Davante Adams. This isn't how I feel. I think it was time to move on from Derek. But in his mind, we had the best running back in the league with Derek. We had a great offense in the league with Derek, and our defense was absolutely terrible. Now we've got this great defense, and Josh McDaniels got rid of this good quarterback last year that was my best friend. How do you expect me to not hate coming into work every day, playing for a team that I grew up rooting for? I left the best situation I could possibly have, and now Jordan Love's going off, and I'm stuck here with Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo. It is only human nature to feel the way he did and to say the things he did. And you have to understand and admit that when the changes were made, it was going to take some time for him to see if Aiden was legit and if AP was legit and if they could win some games and right the ship. And if we continue to lose games and Aiden didn't show promise, Davante would not be on this team this year. He would request a trade and we would have flipped him for a first-round pick. But because he stuck it out, and this really should show you how he feels about Aiden and the quarterback situation and the offense and the team as a whole moving forward. The fact that he was so negative on the season to the point where if changes weren't made, he was going to leave. The idea that now he's completely bought in, a complete 180 shift in tone and attitude from how he felt just 1 year ago. That is very exciting for the state of the Las Vegas Raiders right now. And here's one tidbit I've taken away from the doc about Aiden O'Connell. And this is not an anti-Gardner take. I've seen people saying, oh, you're anti-Gardner because you think Aiden's good. No. If Gardner's the better quarterback, and he might be, then he's going to start. I'm just saying, I'm calling it like I see it. I think Aiden's the guy. In the Giants game, Davante didn't have that many catches, but we were running the score up. And there was a moment where we scored a touchdown to go up 14-0, and Aiden sprinted right to Davante, got in his face, and was screaming, "Get ready. You're getting doubled all game. The targets are coming your way." And Davante said, "Dude, don't worry about that. We're up 14-0. We're cruising. We're chilling." That shows you that Aiden knows how important it is to keep Davante involved, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. He was screaming with a level of vibrato, "Hey, you're going to get the ball. Trust me, it's coming your way." He was leading that football team in the first game he started under Antonio Pierce. He was a leader of men, making sure the offense trusted him, making sure Davante knew he was looking for him. And Davante in that moment said, "Bro, don't worry about that." And in the documentary, it was Davante who constantly had to hype up and talk Jimmy Garoppolo off that depression ledge that he was in when he would miss bad balls. And that's not the responsibility of the wide receiver. It's the responsibility of the quarterback to talk other people out of these bad thoughts. And it wasn't Davante going to Aiden and hyping him up. It was Aiden going to Davante to let Davante know that he should be feeling good about the situation, reassuring Davante's thoughts. It wasn't Davante going to Jimmy. It was now Aiden going to Davante. And Aiden was doing that in the first game he started for real for the Las Vegas Raiders, because we don't count that Chargers game under Josh McDaniels. That shows a lot, and that's probably what Davante gravitates towards in terms of Aiden O'Connell, and maybe Gardner's that way too. But Aiden has been here longer and has shown him that he could hit the deep ball, he could hit the tight window throws. He's only going to get better. Davante and Aiden come out of this documentary looking so much better, and Davante having a complete 180 shift on his feelings toward this team right now. The fact that he did not request a trade and that he's sticking it out should show you all you need to know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out that Patreon. You get early access to videos. You get exclusive content. You get your name at the end of the credits. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Discord, link in the description below. It is free. Join that. Please be sure to subscribe. It is free. I throw no charges to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.